the company sells 18,664 cars. The pace doesn't slow down. For each of the following years, production doubles. Sales begin outpacing production, necessitating a more efficient process of production. Adopting and actually improving upon a technique used by machine and weapons manufacturers of the day, Ford introduces the assembly line to his car factory. The Model T is a stripped-down, no-frills workhorse. Production focuses on producing the basic Model T. No special features, no body updates, no special color. By using this technique, the factory's output soars, and the cost of producing each car drops so much that Ford is able to cut the price to under $300. Ford famously joked that the customer could have the Model T in any color he wanted, as long as it was black, which happened to be the color of enamel that dried fastest. Ford astounds the nation and Wall Street by announcing that he will double his workers' basic pay to $5 a day. It's an unheard of amount, but Ford sees it as a means to stop the employee turnover on the monotonous assembly lines. He also figures that the money he spends would come back to the company when his employees buy a car they can now afford.
Taylorism was a new mode of organizing the production of goods, especially in the factory, that was really given a tremendous fillip with Henry Ford's assembly line. And although it was tremendously efficient, it was also tremendously oppressive because it took a job that beforehand had been done by one or two skilled craftspeople and subdivided it into a simplified work that could be done by many people without much training. And it was perceived as being oppressive, at least by the 1920s and 1930s. Taylorism had a very bad press.
People fall in love with Ford's automobile. It seems everywhere you look, people are driving his Tin Lizzie and enjoying the new freedom it brings them. People and places that had been out of reach become accessible by car. Roadside industries like motels and diners begin to spring up around the new auto routes. Ford will eventually sell 15 million Model Ts before more sophisticated cars come along to replace it. Cars are so popular that in 1916, Congress passes new highway fund legislation, and the nation begins an era of unprecedented road building, bringing America closer together than it had ever been before. As celebrated as he is for his innovations, Ford did have a dark side. He could be a tyrant in his own factory, never allowing his workers to drive a competitor's car, and strictly enforcing a no-union policy until 1941. Regardless of these obvious shortcomings, Ford remains a beloved figure in history for his spirit of enterprise and for bringing the car into our lives.